few minutes until people can get online. I'll just make a few checks just to make sure that everything is online, because I've got YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook going on. To put my headsets. Yes, yeah, thank you. I don't know if YouTube you can. It's saying that the connection is. Looks like I've got some. If you can hear me in Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, I've got a few people in Facebook. Hearing me. Yeah, just like to check here that you guys are hearing me. Looks like I got few people in Facebook. Do you guys hear me? If you can put comments, that would be good. Very excited of my free workshop this month. And so tonight I'm going to talk about confirming the dates, and I'm going to give you guys this validation workshop. Yeah, YouTube, you guys here in the YouTube, yeah. All right. To this crisis with stressing. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do. Well, we've got to comply with the legislation and comply with the advice of the health authorities. So that's probably what we can do, and keep ourselves. So that's probably what we can do. So, all right, so we're going to start at 9 p.m. Brisbane time. So thank you very much, guys, for your participation and your dedication in terms of time. And tonight, as I said before, I'm very excited because that I'm going to hold this month in April. And I'm going to talk about the dates. I'm going to talk about what's going to happen. Of this pandemic, many of us are spending a lot of time at home. So why not take advantage of this time at home and start your validation process? So, but first, for those about engineering qualification validation in Australia, and on my website, I also share some information about the day-to-day of an engineer here in Australia. I share information about the workplace health and safety issues, environmental management issues, and also about professional engineering book that I wrote about the 10 challenges that most overseas engineers they face when they arrive in Australia. And I've got this ebook both in Portuguese and in English to help you to fulfill your dream to be recognized as an engineer in Australia. So you just need to register. I'll explain how you can register and confirm my email address and confirm your email address, notifications about the live events that I'm going to hold. When it comes to get started with the validation process. So as you know, I just said that it's going to be 11 days of engineering qualification content. And if I know your questions in advance to tailor the workshop with the questions that you have. So it's going to be business now, and I'm really happy to be here to share my experience in the validation process, having done the process myself and having helped engineering qualification validation. It's going to start on the 15th. Briefly about its content, there are a few things that I need to confirm yet, but I will be able to share with you basically what's the content is going to be and the format of this free workshop and how you can attend and how you can participate. So as I said before, the workshop is going to comments the link for you to register. I believe that those one in Facebook I already put in the description of the live session. Once again, in YouTube, I put the link for the registration in the description. bit.ly / register VF5. So in Instagram, I just put the link now there. Is the bit.ly / register VF5. When you click on that link, it will open a simple page. You get all the information. I'm going to talk about the 5 pathways to validate your engineering qualification in Australia. And the CDR, the are from countries that number 6. I've got some feedback that is really bad. I'm going to require and rely on the 4G. Sound is bad. Edit. Thank you. I changed to 4G. Is it still bad? Yeah, can you Instagram? Yeah, yes, frozen. That's not good. Yeah, looks like this. A lot of people working from home. A lot of people now. What about Facebook? Is the connection better? Is the sound better in Facebook? Still cutting the sound. Sorry. I'm trying to use another Wi-Fi connection. So Instagram, I probably changed the Wi-Fi. Is it better now? Still on and off. Facebook, is it free platforms? So that's why I keep asking YouTube. Now I'm talking with Instagram. Edit, for example, if you search for @engineers in Australia, that's my Facebook page. @engineers in Australia, I'll probably type in there. @engineer. Sound is better. You guys, can someone put in the comments, please, if the sound is, how's the sound in Facebook? What's sound quality in YouTube? Is it good? How is the sound in YouTube? Not sure if, well, we'll probably keep going. So what I'm going to talk about in this workshop, I'm going to talk about the 5 pathways to validate the engineering qualification in Australia. Easy pathway to validate the qualification. So majority of the engineers in the world, they need to go via CDR, which is the competency demonstration report. And I'm going to talk about the 6 steps in CDR. Edith is saying that Facebook is good. Thank you. I will try again. And then another topic that I'm going to cover in the workshop, I'm going to talk about 7 questions, the top 7 questions about the validation process. A lot of engineers, they sent me a lot of questions, and I'm going to talk about the top 7 questions. Thanks, Leonardo. Leonardo is saying that Facebook is better than X, that usually engineers, they make in the validation process. I've seen a lot of mistakes that engineers, they make. And in one of my videos, I will be talking about. I'm also going to give 6 practical examples of CPD, the Continuing Professional Development. Those that are going to be doing the CDR pathway, practical examples of the CPD. I'm also going to be talking about the format of the career episodes and how to better choose the experiences. As some of you, or maybe you know, maybe you don't, but you will need to write 3 career episodes as format of the career episodes and how to better choose the experiences. It's very critical to choose very carefully the experience that you're going to be using in your career episodes. ANZ SEO. There's a big chance that Engineers Australia may not accept your career episodes. I'm also going to talk about the risks of plagiarism. Plagiarism is a big issue. I've seen few engineers and some engineers, actually, they were caught by Engineers Australia by plagiarism, and they called me and they were asking me questions about, Gerson, what can I do now? They caught me because I copied something. They found a suspicious thing in my episodes. What can I do? Well, there are some revision processes that you can apply for, but in my opinion, if you've done, there's not much you can do. So I will be talking about the risks of in the preparation of the CDR. And Gustavo is saying the sound is okay in YouTube. So subscribe to my website, or sorry, to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you just search Gerson Ida, I know you can watch the lives there, and it looks like Gustavo is saying the sound is okay in YouTube. Later on, I edit this video and I publish in my YouTube channel as well. And I'm going to also talk about, thanks, Gustavo. I can just, thanks, Gustavo. And yeah, hit like to help my, as you know, some people, they make their application, and for some whatever reason, Engineers Australia does not approve their application. So there is a revision process that I'm going to talk about in one of the videos. Is for those engineers that they used to be, or sometimes they still are, self-employed. Well, in Portuguese, it's about autônomo, engenheiro autônomo, or in English, a self-employed engineer, or a sole trader, which is the owner of its own company. To talk about is online. Up until the last workshop last month, I used to do some face-to-face seminars, some education agencies like Hello Australia, West One, Egali, some migration agents as well. They were inviting me for the Education Expo, and I used to do face-to-face seminars. But because of the restrictions, because of seminars, so what I'm discussing with some of the education agencies is to do online seminars. So I use a webinar tool. We can do online seminars, and I'm planning to do this in the first few days. Send it to you guys. It will start on the 15th of April, which is on Wednesday, and I'm going to do a live online event. Agency or a migration agent, and I will be doing online live webinar. I'm also going to be doing on day 2, is going to be another live webinar, and then of the workshop. Well, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. But I'm probably just going to do Instagram, and I usually give a free consulting service, about 10 or 15 minutes. During you guys have your particular situation, you can explain to me. We can discuss your also similar to the other ones. So that's why it's important that we share information, the value, but also to share. So it's going to go to say that 50% of the emails that I send, all those 50% to be warned by notifications, another engineer to be part of the live session. And I'm also trying to, a lot of engineers that they ask me questions about translation. What needs to be translated, about the technical terminologies, etc., etc. So I have a very good partner, translator, Renata, and I'm talking to her, and she's to share some information about translation. And then day number 8 is going to be the day that I'm going to release the 3rd workshop for somebody to be live with me. And I'm going to be publishing a validation blog article, obviously about the validation process on my website. 10 a.m. Brisbane time, of course, where I'll be reviewing the whole validation process. I'll be going to be answering questions, a lot of information, and obviously there's next week I'm going to explain the other 2 layers of this workshop. PM I'm going to give more information about the workshop that's coming Sunday 9 p.m. So to register to the you just need to click in the link that I put in the comments and in the video description. Is the one that's called bit.ly/register VF5. So when you click on that link, you a subscription or registration page. Already registered to my website, your registration will be confirmed straight. But if you are not registered to my website yet, once you register to the workshop, you will be receiving an email from myself. So once you confirm, you are confirmed, and then you will receive another email. I believe that in Instagram, I think I already put the comments. In Facebook, I put the slash ebook 10 challenges, or the YouTube here. So the first link is the English version, and then the second link is the Portuguese version. And in YouTube as well, I'm going to copy and paste the link, and I'll have to think about something to get the connection better. Well, Max is asking in Facebook, sorry to ask you again, when will be the first webinar? Which date? Can you tell? Of course. The first event is going to be on the 15th of April. Sorry. 15th of April is going to be the first event, and every day from the fifth station process. So it's going to be 11 days of full content. Once you register to the free workshop, you will receive an email confirming your registration, email as well. I'm just going to put in, yeah. And what else? And if you have any questions, please send in the comments or send me an email. My is in Australia book admin engineers in Australia.com. Engineers in Australia.com. So if you have any questions, send me an email as soon as I can. Admin at engineersinaustralia.com. So I hope that I can see you guys at the workshop on the 15th of April. But between here, oh, that's interesting. Maybe because it was bit.ly at because that is probably the orthographic corrector change from bit to but. So it's bit.ly at register VF5. Yeah, sorry, just so please edit, check if you can get with that link. I tested it before, so it was working. So hopefully it will work. Do you guys have any other question? If you have questions, please send to me, and I will try to tailor as much as I can the content of the workshop. The workshop is as good as it can kind of answer your questions. I try to think about the questions that most of you guys have, but if you have a particular question, please send it to me, and I will endeavor to answer it during the workshop. If you guys don't really have any other questions, I would like to thank you guys very much for your time and your attendance. I apologize for the connection. Maybe because of a lot of people now working from home, the network is not really coping. And next Sunday, again, 9 p.m. Brisbane time, I will be here, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, to talk about validation process, to talk about the free workshop that's coming up, starting on the 15th of April. So I will be publishing the replay of this video. I'm going to edit a little bit, and I'm going to do a replay of this video, and I'm going to publish in my YouTube channel. So please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just search for Gerson Ida, and you will find me there. Subscribe, activate the notifications, and you will know every time that I publish new content. As I said before, I've got more than 65 videos in my YouTube channel, and you will find pretty much everything that you need to know about the validation process in my YouTube channel and on my website as well, www.engineersinaustralia.com. I would like to thank you very much, guys, for your time and your patience. And I'll see you next Sunday. See ya and bye bye.